able to do so. Just with two of my closest friends.
You ready for a copyright claim?
Because I'm humming the Dragon Quest music.
No, that guy's no longer with us, so you'll be fine.
Oh yeah, that's true. The Holocaust denier. Bong.
Imoto.
I have no notification.
Neither do I.
I hit go. Is this our takedown strike?
Sure.
Yeah.
Man, a kid at the school had a Game Boy Color lunchbox, and it was awesome looking.
That's what
Yeah,
you came away
man, that thing is sweet.
that with.
I went to buy it and it was sold out. I'm approaching this kid and asking him where he got this lunchbox. The Game Boy Color one was sold out on Amazon, but they had the original gray Game Boy, which I probably put way more hours into. All right, we're still good. Let me check my source. Properties. Yeti stereo. I'm good. I'm good.
There we go. Always takes it a minute.
You did get the notification?
Yep, finally.
I just fired up Twitch. So that's how you running the chat? The chat admin? Yes. Yes, now I am. Yes. Oh, we need base runners. Is that the character select for every, or menu music for every Dragon Quest?
Yes, I believe so.
The 2 I've played, 3 I've played, have all had that.
I'm not an expert, so, but the ones I played have it.
I've played 7, 8, and 11. And I believe they have all had that menu music. Alright, you guys ready?
I guess
Let's do it.
as I'll ever be.
I'm kind of sleepy, I'm not going to lie. I'm trying to get up. Should have got a cup of coffee. Still trying to get it up, Brant. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 229 of the NOFODcast. We are No Outside Food or Drink, the Southeast premier video game podcast. Small smattering of news tonight. New Need for Speed announced, ? They're still making those. Meta Oculus Quest Pro. What could this be? We haven't gotten a Switch Pro, but we're getting a Oculus Quest Pro. Xbox Cloud Gaming coming to Quest platform. New Xbox streaming device teased on Uncle Phil's shelf. Added the uncle in there. R.I.P. Uncle Phil. Sonic Frontiers DLC. What will they be cooking up with that? And you can now earn your pilot wings very soon, says Brant. I'm one of your hosts, Richard Bergman, joined tonight by a newsmaster and pilot wings certified pilot instructor, Brant McKee.
What's up,
And
there?
certified Dragon Quester and our resident lore master and page master, Cesar Concepcion II.
Hello.
Y'all's titles just add up. They keep getting lengthier and lengthier. Pretty soon the intro will be the whole episode. We don't have to do news or games played or anything. We just rattle off y'all's titles. It's like Duke of Essex and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fourth in line to the throne. And so you're like number 2 or 3, and then the queen has like 3 more kids, and then they have kids, and then all of a sudden you're like 19th. You got bumped all the way down. You got no chance.
As it should be.
Oh.
A whole nother lore.
Yeah. The British royal family. It's just some royal family at all. Oh, let's jump into this shiz. New Need for Speed announced. I meant to watch this trailer, and I never did. All the images I saw were very stylistic. This comes from VideoGamesChronicle.com and Tom Ivan. Need for Speed Unbound gameplay video shows off customizable driving effects. The new feature can be disabled if players aren't interested in it. Why is that? Oh, man. EA has released a short Need for Speed Unbound gameplay video showing how players will be able to customize driving effects in the game. In a tweet accompanying the new gameplay clip, which is viewable below, EA also confirmed that players who aren't keen on effect customization can disable the feature entirely. Featuring 4K resolution at 60 frames per second for the first time in the series, Need for Speed Unbound will be released for PS5, Xbox Series consoles, and PC via Origin, Steam, and Epic Game Store on December 2nd, 2022. Okay, do we have to say Origin, Steam, and Epic Game Store, or are there still any other launchers? That's it, right? Or are they just saying, is that for the people who are stuck to those ecosystems, maybe?
I mean, I guess this is an EA property, so they have to say Origin.
They have to work it in there, you're thinking?
Yeah, I guess the big ones would be, yeah. Because, I mean, most people just say Steam or
right.
Epic Game Store.
I mean, Origin should be phased out soon with the EA PC thing.
I want to say it's not too long for this world, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. What did that say? December 2nd, 2022. However, customers who pre-order the title will be able to begin playing 3 days earlier on November 29th. They'll also receive exclusive Need for Speed Unbound items, including a driving effects pack, decals, license plate, banner artwork, stickers, and a $150,000 bank in their wallet when they first join multiplayer. That sounds like this era of video games, right? Here's a bunch of crap. Here's some multiplayer stuffs. Did y'all watch this trailer?
No, I've seen some little clips here or there, but I didn't.
Oh, here's the official reveal trailer. It's playing automatically in there. It gave me like an underground vibe, right? Did it remind y'all?
Yeah, it's kind of got that undergroundy feel. It's got that. I'm not sure how I feel about the cartoony, stylized stuff, but I mean, I guess they give you the option to turn it off, so
it's an interesting
it's not
look.
That big of a deal. It's. I don't know. I don't hate it, but
I feel like those underground games are still really highly revered. Like when you talk to somebody to somebody and you start saying you play old school games and things like that, they're like, man, remember on the PS2 and Xbox they had Need for Speed Underground? That was awesome. I think people poured some mad hours into Underground. Shit, my bad. That alert's still on.
Yeah, look at your first comment
on
that website.
That website?
Those people are saying it's using Frostbite again. Pass. I'll wait for it to hit EA Play.
God bless Frostbite.
That's from Mohammed S.O. Rogue Cortex, responding to them, said, usually I'd agree with you, but after Squadrons, also Frostbite, part of me wonders if it's DICE that's the problem. After all, Squadrons ran without a hitch, to the point where they had no trouble porting it over to VR. It seems like games that try to be a bit too expansive struggle, Andromeda, but straightforward stuff, Battlefield 2 is another example, Battlefront 2 maybe, seem perfectly fine on the engine. Edit now that I think about
Battlefield 2 is right.
What's that?
Battlefront 2.
Battlefront 2, yes, Battlefront 2. Edit, now that I think about it, Criterion's last Need for Speed game, Rivals, was on Frostbite as well and ran very well. I thought they had turned the page on Frostbite. Like, I thought we weren't really... But at the same time, I thought this was like a new engine still that they were... But there's like PS3 games running it. It's been around for a while.
It's
no Fox
been around
engine.
For a minute.
Does Konami still own the Fox engine?
They still use it.
What do they use it for?
They use it for PES every year.
Really? That's what powers that soccer game?
Yeah.
Then there's that.
I mean, they paid all that money for Kojima to develop it, so they got to use it.
It only does everything. All right, Need for Speed. I'm sure there'll be a big buildup of gameplay and the usual marketing hype leading up to that one. Did you see where they went back and like retroactively branded some of their previous Need for Speed titles with this color scheme, like with that green from this logo? Like on Steam and stuff, they had was it Need for Speed Hot Pursuit had the green. The Hot Pursuit was green now, like that Unbound logo. And then it wasn't Rivals. Maybe it was Rivals. It was one of those. What was the name of that one? It's like the first it wasn't Ghost. Ghost Games made that one. The first like PS4 Need for Speed, but it's like they went back and retroactively made that logo green, which is strange. Hey, it's their franchise, right? Look forward to more Need for Speed. This comes from The Verge and Addy Robertson. The MetaQuest Pro cost $1,500 and ships October 25th. Addy says it wasn't exactly a secret, but now it's finally here. Meta has finally announced the MetaQuest Pro, a $1,500 virtual reality headset has been teasing for the past year. The Quest Pro is a new branch of the Quest VR headset lineup, featuring a new processor and screen, a dramatically redesigned body and controllers, inward-facing cameras for eye and face tracking, and a color video feed for mixed reality apps. Pre-orders were open today in 22 countries, and devices will ship on October 25th. I did look at the spec sheet for this. I don't know if it's in this article or not. And I don't know that it warrants that price tag. It seemed pretty high to me. Did you guys check this out at all?
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's
Qualcomm Snapdragon.
I think somebody had made a comment that is not for home use. It's not recommended for home use.
Business apps?
They're kind of marking it towards business. Like mixed reality, people that kind of do remote work with each other, things like that. It was not geared as a gaming.
Oh yeah, because the commercials after that were all about like meeting in the metaverse and everybody sitting around a table and having the headset on with the mixed use and all that. It was so weird. It was so weird, right? Mm-hmm. They want to put.
I'm just laughing because my coworker at work when he's watching, it's like he says, "I can't wait till we use VR chat for Teams," and I'm over here playing Beat Saber and everybody's just watching me during the meeting doing this. I was dying laughing. He's like, "I can't wait. I hope we buy some."
Cesar, please get off Beat Saber. There's a fly in here. I'm in this Teams meeting. You're just flapping all around to a rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
You're after the fly like this. Oh man,
they somehow can tell them
what they're after. I don't know. It's bizarre to me. Oh, we're shrinking down. Something's not right.
Yeah, you're like freezing and locking up on me.
Yep, OBS
Yeah, you're popping and locking on my screen
OBS
too.
Disconnected. I think we're back. Hopefully it didn't kill us. Can you hear me?
We're dead on YouTube. We're dead on Netflix.
Great.
Netflix, Twitch.
Netflix.
Is it like down? Hey, Skype's still recording. That's our bread and butter. We should come back. It still says streaming on my side. OBS is panicking though. That was.
Alright, we're back on the YouTube.
That was a weird little blip. Back on Netflix. Netflix exclusive.
Yeah, for some reason you were. I know along with... Oh, there he is.
Just roll with it. It's all in the Skype call.
Yeah. It might have something to do with you being on Wi-Fi now.
It worked so well twice.
Yeah, well, I think you kind of like did that once in the first Skype call. But then last week it was fine.
All right, let's get our 3 people back on there. We only have 0.
Never left.
One never left. He's still there.
I never left. I'm still in there.
Did we wrap up the Quest Pro stuff?
Yeah, we finished all the new segment while you were frozen.
Oh, I'm good with that. Let's go on to games played.
I know while they also announced, I guess they got the developers that did the Iron Man VR,
Camouflage.
which I had just tried, and what was it? They also got the group that's doing or did Resident Evil 4
Amateur.
VR.
Armature.
So
The former Retro Studio people.
yeah,
They made the hit game for Xbox. What was that game called? Richard?
Recore.
Yep.
We always have to remember Recore.
because of that, Iron Man VR is coming to Oculus pretty soon.
Good get.
With their partners, Marvel and Sony. That's what they called them out to. Thanks to Marvel and Sony.
Yeah.
Iron Man's coming to MetaQuest.
Hey, Sony's been saying for a long time they want to be, at the forefront of VR stuff along with like helping people. It's not they see it as a multifaceted approach. Especially after selling what? I think the total was like 5 million PSVR units. And they're ramping up production. We talked about last week or 2 weeks ago, the ramping up production. They want to have 2 million ready to go.
I mean, they're going to be severely underpriced compared to the Pro model here.
It's got to be,
Oh
right?
my gosh, yeah.
At that point, I mean, is it $500 get the console, $500 get the headset? You still save $500?
It's still cheaper than the Quest with the LCD.
Yeah.
This is what blows my mind. I see like the LCD panels in there, 1800 by 1920, and I'm like, what? How is this? What are you going to be looking at? That's like mad screen door effect, right? You don't think so?
Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
think
that's
so.
not an LCD in there for $1,500. That's not a premium display.
It's not. No, it's not. They didn't even go with OLEDs.
I guess for business purposes.
It's not for us, man. It's not for us. I work in an establishment where they have they test market technology like this for business applications they would probably buy this.
Interesting.
So they typically buy other stuff similar to this to test for stuff that they can implement company wide. So I would not be surprised if I had to support this product at some point.
I was about to say, I would like to work for this department. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Because I had to support the HoloLens stuff for Microsoft because they ordered a whole bunch of those.
Really?
So I've actually touched and used those. Yeah.
Where are they at? Can you still put your hands on them?
Yeah.
I doubt they use them now.
No.
Is anybody using HoloLens?
I don't know, man. I haven't seen anybody using it in a while.
I
wanted to put the Lucky game on there, but they wouldn't let me. So
that was the killer app, wasn't it?
mm-hmm.
Yep. 2 LCDs. The Quest motion controllers have gotten an overhaul, so I wonder if those are going to be backwards compatible. Built-in batteries. It does come with a charger, but the one that you can get, the official one from Anchor that Oculus makes, like the officially licensed one, that one's really good too.
I mean,
Quest.
it's not Sony, so it should be backward compatible.
No.
You should
Oh
know
God,
this.
Sensor's not bitter.
Hey man,
I mean,
I
they
call it
did
like
it.
I see it.
They did. I mean, I saw it yesterday that said that this Pro is supposed to be backwards compatible with all the
It did say that.
stuff on the current store. So,
God, I hate calling it Meta. It sucks. They had the best, in my opinion, they had the best naming convention of any VR item with Oculus. It was like perfect. I thought that was awesome. Oh well. You can even get there it is. You can even get a set of new controllers to use with the Quest 2, although at $299 they cost almost as much as the Quest 2 itself. The Quest 2 and Quest Pro will share a games and app store, although some apps will be exclusive to the Quest Pro. What's that, Brant?
Separate app
Just
stores. Let's
live
go.
that. Yeah, separate app stores and
Yeah, fragmenting that is kind of weird, but
the fact that the controllers are almost as expensive as just
Yeah,
the
that's
regular
bizarre.
Quest 2.
and
I'll let
like I had
I'll let Richard take the plunge.
I'm not going to because I had no issues with
Go for it, buddy.
I had no issues with the regular Quest controllers, and then they've got a bunch of games that use hand tracking. You don't even need a controller. They're watching what you do with your hands with movement and stuff. I talked about that potion game a couple weeks ago.
God forbid we have another situation where Richard's like, I should have bought the Quest controllers. Now they're impossible to buy.
No, $299. I'll let them be impossible to buy. I'm good with that.
I saw it at Target. They were clearance.
Oh, it's my new Ouya in 10 years.
They were $100. I was like, no, they'll be cheaper. And I come back, they were gone.
I'll be bemoaning the Quest Pro
he's gonna
controllers.
He's going to be loving it. He's going to be talking more about the hand tracking, and then he's going to see himself in some commercial for it.
See,
because Facebook just took his
identity.
Yeah, well, they took your video feed and just used it to sell their product.
Has it got my legs on my avatar? You saw that was...
I mean, your avatar looks just like Zuckerberg, so a weird... whatever that is.
You guys saw that the MetaQuest avatars for, like, the Horizon metaverse... It's so fucking weird saying all this stuff. Their online social media weird thing is going to have legs for the avatars now. It used to be like these bodies, like knees almost floating around. But it was always awkward.
It's like, yeah.
I don't know, man.
What's that, Rec Room? Or VR Rec Room or something?
I was in one Horizon lobby
is...
walking around with all the legless people, and it just... They would come up to you and shout stuff, and then like run off to the other side of the room. Yeah. I was like, nope, this is not for me. There was some kind of like Foo Fighters concert or something that they were going to try to do through that Horizons thing, and it just was stupid. It was not conducive. Is that it? Yeah, that's all the big news.
Yeah. But you soon will be able to play your Xbox games in MetaQuest.
I will be trying this.
Because Xbox Cloud Gaming is coming to the MetaQuest.
Similar to like the big, what they call it, big screen mode or something in the Quest. I can't remember the actual term for it, but...
Yeah, I'm assuming it kind of works like...
Big screen mode on
YouTube
PSVR?
Yep.
PSVR?
Yeah.
Ugh.
PSVR. Doing YouTube or Netflix or something. It's just like you're in a movie theater or something. It's big ass screen.
And they've already had, like, I can bring it down to my PC and play certain, like, Steam VR games and stuff with that Oculus cable thing. So they've already had integrations with that, and then there's other, what's the right term for it? It's like an RDP or something that pulls up. I think they call it AirLink, but there's ways that you can play your PC desktop games over the Quest in that big screen mode. So it just seems like, I feel like we were talking about this a couple of years ago, like Microsoft was going to end up trying to get their platform of games on anything that you could play it on, like any screens and things like that. And this is a perfect use case, because they do mention in that article that you're going to be able to sync an Xbox controller to it, so that adds even more to the Quest. Because I know the side Quest people, they're going to be all over having controller support, and they could be like, here we go, we got an official API, let's see what we can do with this.
But still, this, I mean, it kind of begs the question, what's the point? I mean, a phone or even some of those Logitech cloud gaming handhelds are a lot more portable than a full VR headset.
But you're immersed, you're immersed in that. You block out everything. You've got the headphones, you got your controller. It's a screen, like it's a giant screen that you're taking with you. You can't get that from... I know what you're saying. I doubt
somebody's going to take it on the freaking bus and sit there during a commute, or get in an Uber and be like, "Hey man, drive me here, drive me to work or whatever." I'm gonna pop on my headset and game for a minute.
Good thing this ride is 4 hours long.
Hope you got your external battery packs. That Quest's not making it that long. Did you see the Quest Pro has a 2-hour battery? I was like, what?
Oh my gosh.
My regular Quest gets longer than that, but.
Bet it does.
So, Brant, it does have that button where you can see, like, you don't have to take the headset off. So I know what you're saying about getting on the bus, but
yeah, you can see. Yeah,
that's a really cool feature.
I just imagine somebody putting it on and being like, "Wow, it's like I'm actually sitting in front of my TV and playing Xbox."
How cool is this?
When they're probably sitting in front of their TV just with a headset on.
Well, you know what, Brant? If you don't want to stream your damn Xbox xCloud games to a VR headset, where would you like to stream them to?
I'm just saying, it's a little redundant. But I mean, if they're going to stream, let's have a dedicated box.
Maybe. Right? Tom Warren at The Verge, not Windows Central, has a beat on something just like that. This is Microsoft's Xbox game streaming device. The head of Xbox has future hardware on his shelf. Microsoft's head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, has just revealed the company's dedicated Xbox game streaming device. Spencer published a photo of the device on Twitter where you can see it sitting on top of his shelf in his Microsoft Office space. I don't know. That's like a Jeopardy before and after. This they wouldn't say office. This desktop application suite is also a comedy starring Jennifer Aniston, the guy from Band of Brothers. I can never remember his name.
Oh my gosh,
Reese Witherspoon.
Damn name.
She's not in Office Space.
No, she's not in Office Space.
It's good though. It's a small white box that resembles the look of the Xbox Series S and will be dedicated to accessing Xbox games over the company's Xbox Cloud Gaming service. I don't know. That thing looks fake sitting up there, right? It looks like a little Apple TV almost.
I mean, if you zoom in on it and look at it, it almost looks like you only see the front, like a tiny little front space of it. It doesn't actually look like a full rectangle or cube, square.
Right, that's what's weird looking about it.
It just looks like a facade to me.
Because it doesn't match with the shelf. Like if you were to put a box on that shelf that we're looking at, it doesn't match up proportionally. It doesn't look right.
I mean, why are we not more mad about the damn Logitech Cloud Player on there?
Hey, they're trying to get their stuff on everything. That's just more evidence.
I mean, if we put on there was $400, now $299, and probably get more advertisement.
To the cloud, the Logitech Cloud thing?
Just put on the box, was $499. Now it's sultry low $299.
Is that the new MSRP? They drop it to $299?
I don't know. I mean, surprised somebody didn't Photoshop it in there and it's like, hey, look, Phil has this on the shelf.
Phil has the sale price. The Target clearance stickers, the yellow ones on there. Microsoft hasn't officially commented on the appearance of its Xbox streaming device, but the Xbox account on Twitter replied to Spencer's tweet with, quote, "Now what did we say about putting old prototypes on your shelf, boss?" End quote. "That's a big wink, wink, nudge, nudge if I've ever seen one," says Tom Warren of The Verge, not Windows Central. I didn't know that some of those Samsung TVs had that Xbox TV app. I didn't think that was out yet.
Yeah, it was out. It came out like summertime or some shit like that.
Launches games from Xbox Cloud Gaming and supports streaming games at 1080p at up to 60 frames per second. Interesting. What do y'all think the price point of this thing will come in at?
I don't know. I mean, we talked about, because I think this is what they started kind of throwing it around as like a streaming stick,
like a Roku or Apple TV.
And it became more of like possibly a Chromecast-like device, and then now it's possibly this box that they're talking about that has, media function as well for your streaming apps and everything. And I mean, it's really hard to say because it looks
$100
like it may be about the size.
I like $100.
Of the Xbox controller. And yeah, I mean, if they bundle it with a just basic Xbox controller and the box itself, $100, $120,
$129.99. That's that sweet spot.
Yeah, something around on there would probably be somewhat reasonable. And they could throw in a month of Game Pass Premium or whatever. So
you think that's something we'll get now that they're teasing it? You think that's something we'll get before the holidays and try to make it a big holiday seller? Because the Series S is like getting ridiculous deals right now.
It's possible. I mean, they still are paying for priority on a lot of the chips and stuff. So if they could, even with all the supply shortages, if they could somehow make it happen, I think that we'd either see it, either in time for the holidays, or they might wait until beginning of next year, or maybe even something at E3.
That holiday window's a good one to get in, especially at that lower price point,
But yeah, if they push it holiday, then And I mean, they're teasing it early enough. They could just within toward the end of the month or something. Here we go, ready for the holidays.
So start thinking all those retail holidays you worked where it was like the grandparents and the parents and all that were coming in like 3 days, 4 days before Christmas, and they were like, "What do you have? We want the Xbox," and you don't have any of the premium things, but you have the set-top box. Hey, how good your internet? Here's $130, and you got a month of Game Pass Ultimate potentially in this thing. It won't play their disc games, but kids these days aren't playing disc games like that, it seems.
Yeah, streams Fortnite. That's all they care about.
Yeah.
Remember when there was such a... during the start of the pandemic, it was hard to get a hold of consoles, new or used, right? And then remember the trade-in values at GameStop were like crazy good because they were just trying to get these in and turn them over for Fortnite machines, essentially. Yep. All right, that's the set-top streaming box, codename Keystone. You think it'll get an official name?
Is that name? Are they just naming these off at like state parks or something like that? What's happening?
This will be the Xbox Series Yellowstone.
I don't know. It's like the weird shit that Mac does with their operating systems. So
yeah, Mountain Ranges.
Yosemite.
They did Big Cats. Brant,
Yeah, they did them for a while. Snow Leopard and Mountain Lion.
what's the last one your MacBook takes?
There was just Lion.
Lion was the first one.
I don't think don't remember if I'm Yosemite or not. I know I'm in the Mountain Ranges. But I remember having a boot up disc for
Snow Leopard was a physical disc.
I want to say.
Yep, Leopard, Snow Leopard, Lion, Mountain Lion. I think they went to Mountain Ranges after Mountain Lion, I believe. Big Cats. Brent's looking now, I think.
Yeah, this is High Sierra.
You got updates for a long time.
Hmm.
Yeah.
This wasn't the latest one like Monterey or some shit like that. I can't remember what it is.
Monterey.
Yeah.
All right, someone tell me about this Sonic Frontiers DLC, including Cesar and I's favorite parts of this title.
So, the brand new Sonic Frontiers isn't out yet, but they're already announcing free DLC that will be coming shortly after the game's arrival, November 14th? No. The game arrives November 8th. The downloadable content collaboration with Konami is Monster Hunter themed, and it launches November 14th.
With Capcom.
The DLC
With Capcom. You scared me with the Konami thing. I was like, damn, what is Konami doing?
Oh my lord.
I thought you said Crapcom. I was like, yeah, let's go.
Brant's choosing violence.
I'm choosing violence.
Waiting for the people on the internet to hear, no, they've been doing better. Get Brant, get his ass. At Brant,
I'm hoping for Konami to do something better, because we were talking about Metal Gear and all that earlier, but they still just won't announce more games. We got Suikoden, but
they're dipping.
I'm good, man.
They're seemingly dipping into that back catalog. Yeah. Turtles, Suikoden, it's like games nobody thought we would ever get from them.
Keep it coming.
Yep.
Keep it coming.
Now, how dare you? How dare you, Brant? Giving them hell. They're doing great.
But anyway.
No, Brant. No. Apologize, Konami. Now.
The Capcom Cross. Sorry, Konami. The Capcom Cross Sonic Frontiers is Monster Hunter themed, where Sonic will get 2 different themed costumes, and there is a meat grilling mini game that you can play. So go sit down at the bonfire, gentlemen, and grill your meat however long you want to.
You ready to get back in?
That's all Cesar.
Ready to.
That's all Cesar and I did on the PSP version. We killed a thing, and then we went back and made meat out of it, and then that was it.
Are we ready to get back in there and just kill things and eat it?
Yeah.
Stuff that we can be doing in real life, we can do in the game.
Sure. We're living out our hunter-gathering fantasies.
Well, kill deer out in the wild? Nah, we're doing it in this game. It's a handheld. Got 75 hours in this. Why would I do 75 hours in real life? Get out of here.
And cook it with the hair still on it.
Yeah.
75 hours for this one deer. It's an elusive deer. I don't even know anything about Monster Hunter. That's an interesting crossover, though, right?
It is. It's not really something I would have,
It's Monster Hunter, man.
Sonic Frontiers.
They've been doing so many bullshit crossovers in the last couple of years. It's ridiculous. So.
Yeah, I mean it's popular.
I was about to say it worked. Iceborne is their #1 selling game ever, right? Didn't we see that on Capcom's thing?
I'm waiting for them to do the Master Chief one. That way they can get Richard in there. That's all they're waiting to do. Like, this is how we'll bring Richard into the fold.
That's what it is. That's the catalyst for me. It's just Master Chief.
You're Master Chief War.
Like Fall Guys.
It's Monster Hunter and Splatoon are just selling gangbusters in Japan.
I hear great Sonic music.
I thought I was going to watch the Monster Hunter thing. It's just the TGS Sonic trailer. I got duped.
Yeah, it's just the Sonic trailer. They got nothing.
I mean, I don't think they've really shown anything from it other than what Brant has mentioned.
That costume looks like one of the Wii U knockoffs. Like, this would have been the actual art style.
Brant, I appreciate you being the Sonic Frontiers correspondent. So
we appreciate you buying that game and reviewing it for our listeners.
Yeah, we appreciate you playing through Sonic 2006 and reviewing that too.
No.
I'm glad you're talking about it in this episode, Brant.
For NOFOD. I would do anything for NOFOD.
I won't do that.
No, I won't do that.
Oh God! And last but not least, Nintendo 64, Nintendo Switch Online adds Pilot Wings 64 on October 13th, tomorrow, as of this recording. This is a good-ass game, people. Pilot Wings.
I'll finally have them all.
A complete Pilot Wings collection.
A complete way to play them all, at least. Easily.
You don't have a hard... I was about to say, you don't have a hard copy of Pilot Wings?
Not that I have to sit there and pull out the closet and hook up a 64 until my 64 modular comes from my Polymega. So.
Cartridge.
And then I can just install the ROM and never use the cartridge ever again.
Also true.
I didn't say that.
Yeah. Also true. Pilot Wings 64 first launched for N64 on June 23rd, 96 in Japan, September 29th, 96 in North America, and March 1st, 1997 in Europe. We do not need to give an overview of Pilot Wings 64. This is a classic game, and it still holds up. It's still fun. This is another good one coming to that service like Wave Race.
Can you confirm?
I can't confirm.
Can you confirm?
They haven't made a bad Pilot Wings. They're all good, all three of them.
I don't think so. Yeah. Every time every Pilot Wings I play, I'm always skeptical and I always come out happy.
Yeah. Why don't we get one for GameCube?
Like
but we got Wave Race, or we got Pilot Wings for 3DS and Wave Race for Cube. Whew, that was dicey. All right. I guess we're gonna. Yeah, we got that roadmap for Nintendo Switch Online, didn't we? That'll start falling into place, I guess. Pilot Wings was on that list.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that's the Mario Party getting.
What do y'all think GoldenEye is?
I don't know. I was hoping it would be soon.
But yeah, wasn't the anniversary of James Bond just recently? Because they end up putting like every freaking movie on Amazon now, right? Instead of just scatterbouts they had.
I saw that too. I was watching From Russia with Love on there. It's on my recent things on Amazon Prime Video. Because I recently got the missus into Rings of Power, so we're going through that series. It's very, very good. Highly recommend. For any of the Lord of the Rings aficionados out there. I guess that's it for news. We're going to games played? I played Pilot Wings. No, not yet. You didn't hear the date. It's going to be next week. We'll play some. We'll have some Pilot Wings played. I finally beat the first gym in Pokemon. Which one do I have? Brilliant Diamond. So that unlocks the trade feature. I talked last week about wanting to trade with friend of the show, Jeremy. We're trying to trade the starters back and forth to make sure we fill out our Pokédex. He was well ahead of me, and his starter was about to evolve, so I kind of rushed through to beat that gym. I skipped past the trainers in the gym, and I didn't get that experience. Yeah, believe me, I ruined my whole flow of this game. And went straight to the gym leader, and he beat two of my Pokemon, so of course they didn't get all that massive XP that you get from beating the gym leader. So I was kind of bummed out about that. But as we go to create a room, so when you beat that first gym leader, you unlock the global, what do they call it? It's like a global...
Pokédex?
Close. Global...
Economy?
Galley or something like that. Room? Maybe it's just room.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
some kind of link.
I was just
Because the one
Yeah.
guessing things with global.
the one that starts off the game is local. So if you're local, you can trade immediately. So the first thing we did is he sends me a room code. So you create a link code, and we just use the day's date, right? So I accept that code, that date code thing.
That's unhackable, Richard. That's
I know.
unhackable.
Okay, so here's where I'm going with that. Someone else was in there. Someone else was in that room.
Yeah,
It's unhackable.
So then we're both like, and first off, I thought that was him, because in this game, for like privacy, security measures, Nintendo type stuff, you could change the appearance of your character. So here was this person that did not look anything like he had told me he set up his character as, and it had a different name. And we weren't talking on the phone or anything, and of course we weren't talking over the chat, because Nintendo online chat is garbage. And I don't know that it's not him, so I go to trade with this person, and they have like this level 50 dragon ghost thing. They trade me that, and I send him a Bidoof, Cesar's favorite Pokemon. I give him a Bidoof. And then he texts me, he's like, "You're not in this room. Where did you go to?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I'm in. Where are you?"
You're like, I'm robbing this guy blind. I'm sending him all my
Just
Badoofs.
trading with this bot. Because he tested the theory a couple days after that. He put in the current date, and that same like character was in there trading another high level Pokemon. So I don't know if it's just like some bot that's been set up to do that, or
just a Ben's Drown's copy of Pokemon.
basically. Because I traded him the ghost one back and forth, so we both have it. It's crazy looking. I've never seen this Pokemon before. It is a Ben's Drown copy of Pokemon. So we trade our starters, and then like right after that, as I'm still talking to him on the phone, because we had to pick a different date for our link code and figure that out. We left that trading area, and like there was a couple more I needed to get from that area, so we just kept talking on the phone. Why is it when you play Nintendo Switch online, you have to talk on the phone with people you want to play with? Isn't that been our experience?
Yeah.
Ben's Drown's experience.
Basically. So as we're doing that, mine immediately evolves after that, my starter. And then he lets his do it right after that too. So then we have the level 2, the second evolution of our starter. So it's like, all right, let's go back in there, let's try this again. So we updated Pokédex that way. And he had a couple that I didn't have yet. And I had an Onyx. I caught an Onyx, the big stone thing in like the mine level of that first town area. He didn't have one of those, so he kept the Onyx. Brant, Dale, and I played some Old Man Halo. When was that? Monday? Tuesday. We played some of that Tuesday. What did we do Monday? Oh yeah, Monday was a different type of work day.
Yeah, Monday it was a mandatory day.
Yes, I was occupied. So Old Man Halo was Tuesday. We had some good rounds with that. It was all, I always leave it on Action Sack. So that should be muskets, Hellbringers, Fiesta, and like no hills, no flags, no bombs, no zones, nothing like that. Because we get some crazy good Halo players on Halo 1 when you pick.
I'd say
Those could be rough.
We had some okay rounds,
Yeah.
but I always feel like the people that play Old Man Halo, Old Man Halo is great. Master Chief
Yes.
Collection is great, but I always feel like my skill level is way underneath these people that that do nothing but play Master Chief Collection.
But you also know, like, they're beating us. There's no cheat. We don't see like this weird bizarro stuff. Which brings me to my next point. We sat there for about 4 or 5 minutes and didn't get a match. We got out of the queue, so we switched to Infinite. And I think we played 3 rounds total.
3, 4?
Yeah, we played the 4th one when Dale dropped off. And the last 2 rounds we played, there was a clear cheater on each squad. Man, they're killing you. And it was, what were we doing? Tactical. One of them we had BRs, and the other one we had pistols, and they are literally killing you before you round the corner. You're immediately dead, and it was. I reported cheaters on both of those. It wasn't that they beat us. It wasn't like, man, this is a really good Halo player, because I would watch, like, we would spawn near each other, and I would die, and I would be panning around my death cam, and I would watch somebody come out from somewhere where the character wasn't even looking or moving towards, and they would drop, and I'm like, okay, something's
There was that one where we were coming up. Oh gosh, I can't even remember what the training grounds and all that is.
Is it Livewire? Is that one Livewire?
Livefire. Livefire. We're coming up that one, the nest area. We're coming up the side, and that guy is at the base of the tower, and he sees us both. We see him take one shot, and we both drop.
Like, sure.
That was.
How does this happen?
Yeah.
But that is the extent. I've been very busy recently. These next 2 weeks are actually going to be murder, so I might be slim pickings on the games played for the next couple of weeks as well. But those are my games played for this week.
For me, it's easy. I've been busy, so I think the only thing I got done was Splatoon here and there.
Did we get some in between last show and now?
Can't think of. Probably not.
But we talked about Salmon Run last time.
I think you were out of town this past weekend.
Yep.
So we haven't played anything since probably that Monday when we all three of us played.
Yep.
I'm at that fucking tier now where I'm just pissed all the time because I'm just mad at my team because my team sucks. It's never me. It's always my team.
Always.
It's always me screaming out loud like, damn it, where's my team, as I'm dead on the screen. And they're all like, I'm looking there painting their base. I'm like, what the hell does not just control the tower? Stop painting your base.
Now, we did see that the last time we played, the rando that was with us, because it was the three of us and one rando. They had no clue what was how the game mode. They were painting the base every time. It's like, what were we playing, Zones? Yeah, like, this is not the point of this. You've got to come with us. This matters for nothing in this map.
So, I'm almost done with my dopamine-induced battle pass. I'm on level 95. I think the level is 99. And then I loop back around again and start over again.
Close.
I guess it's what you would call the prestige version of Splatoon.
Prestige Splatoon.
I'll prestige the battle and prestige Splatoon, and then go on and start over again. But yeah, nothing notable other than me angry all the time. Where I had to take a day off from playing this game because it was nonstop, just me getting pissed off. I'm an S level on the ranking, so it's like these people don't fuck around, man. Like I don't. They got these slosher guns where like they're not even hitting me. They're hitting like the ground around me and killing me. I'm like, I don't even know how it's possible. I'm like, I was like, if I use the gun, I'm shooting people with it. I can't do shit with it. They're over here like shooting it and it's bouncing off corners and it's landing near me and I'm dying instantly. I'm like, how's this possible?
Is it like the bucket?
It's like it's that bubble popper where you always see pop, 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 pop. It doesn't do much damage, but from what I've seen from people, if you paint it at the ground that I'm standing on, that's where it gets me. Because it's like it has nowhere to run and kills me, and like it almost kills me instantly. There's like no defense for it. I don't know what to do. It's almost like the bucket. Like it's like one hit kills. I'm like I'll shoot people like 85 times. They'll live and they're blinking, and I'm like, they'll hit me once with that damn slosher, and I'm dead. I don't get it. Bucket. I don't understand it. That one and the killer whale with the freaking missiles and oh man, the game is killing me internally.
Is there a new mode? Because I know you've been enjoying this for a long time. Is there a new mode you can pivot to, or?
I just go back to standard Turf War.
Just Turf War.
So. I mean, because that's usually, and even then, and I'm at the level now where it's like, when you see the characters start dapping, that's the max thing you can get on the battle pass is the dap. So if you played them, that means they completed the battle pass. So
they're most likely.
I'm at the point where everybody I'm facing is dapping now. So I know I get no new people anymore. So
we need us to play with you again so we can bring that average level down, that skill set or something.
I just gotta get better, man. This fucking game, man. I checked my counter today. I put 75 hours into it already. Ooh. So. Because I at least put like an hour or two a day. Because I'm always like, one more match. I got to leave out to win. And it's me just playing for 2 hours trying to get that win.
You know what happens? So, yeah, that's exactly what happens to you.
Then I get the win. I'm like, no, one more win. Then I lose again. Like, fuck. I got to get back one more win so I can leave out on it. It's an endless cycle.
The endless cycle of needing one more win.
Yeah, I'm the true life Ezekiel Elliott. I'm overpaid and I only win here and there. And Pollard does better than me. That's neither here nor there.
Cowboys reference, listeners.
But outside of that, I completed my run through of Plague's Tale. I beat it for the second time.
Oh, you said you and Renee were both doing that.
And Renee had already destroyed it. He was already done, ready for the second one to come out. So, which comes out next week.
Okay.
I went ahead and went through it, and I was thinking about getting the platinum on it, but there's some bit where you have to like level up the sling and level up the pockets, and you can only do one playthrough. And I think I went back and reloaded the chapter, and I had like enough to do the sling, but one item at the very end of the level. And I'm like, man, fuck this. It's not worth it anymore. I said I wasted 30 minutes of my life for this. I was like, I'm never doing this again.
Did it hold up? I know you really enjoyed it your first playthrough. Did it hold up this second one?
Yeah. It still holds up well. The only one that really pisses me off is like when I got to the final area towards the game, that the camera is like janky. So like when they're running upstairs, I'm sitting there and I got them locked in with the stones, because the main character throws stones and hits the enemies, and it's usually one shot kill. So for whatever reason, when they run downstairs is where everything is janky. So like I got them in the crosshairs, and it auto aims, because auto aim is part of on there. You can do low or high on that, and it just all depends on what you have it set on. And for whatever reason, I got to that one area, and I sat there for 30 minutes repeating it over and over again, because I got everybody. There's always one dude that runs down the stairs, and it just sails past them. And I'm like, that's bullshit, because I had him locked in the whole time. I don't know what happened. Him running down the stairs did it, and that fucker would get me. And I'm like, I hate this game. I hate this game. I hate this game. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. I was like, I had to sit there and create like a potion, that the knockout gas or whatever out there. It's like a one-time thing you can save. Like, so they get in your face, you can just press the button, knock them out. So I had to do that just to get past this part, because I was like, it was me literally for 30 minutes, like trying not to waste items, because it's like I didn't want to create that, because you have to use up items and create that fucking
thing.
Figured
it out.
No, I knew what to do, man. It's just bullshit. I don't understand it. I don't know, man. Splatoon and Plague Tale, man. Those games pissed me off this week. I started picking Travis Strikes Back again. Because No More Heroes 3 comes out physically next week. I think I'm getting the physical copy. Digitally came out yesterday. And I sent Richard a text about all that shit that's going on with the physical copies. I mean, the different versions of No More Heroes.
Different studios got
like 85 different versions, and they all like run garbage at different angles for different consoles.
Oh god,
it's really bad. So it's like, Brent, I don't know if that's your thing, but the version you get is either the PS5 one or the Series X. So. I don't know if that's your thing or not. You're gonna get it. Apparently, it runs like shit on the Series S. It only runs 15 frames per second.
How is that even releasable? How does that happen?
I don't know, man. That one, and what was it? The PS4 version is a straight port of the Switch. The PC version is a straight port of the Switch.
With
and
no
the
extra
PS5 version and the Series X version actually got, when they went back and redid the graphics for it, and it actually has more detail in it. And people were pissed. They're like, "How does this not happen on PC?" And they're like, "The PC's a more powerful thing." It's like, how did the PC get the straight port of the Switch version? Like, I love the chat, because somebody was in the Twitter feeds like, they finally kept Suda51's vision on the PC as well. That's a W. I was like, oh my god. So I've talked about playing Travis Strikes Back again on this podcast. I'm not going to go over it again. I'm just going through and finishing it, because I know the story beat for 3 takes place right after that game. So yeah, that's all my games played for this week. I'll leave it up to Brant to finish it out here.
Brant, bring us home.
So I got distracted. I signed up for
so I got distracted. That always goes well after that.
I was sending Richard all my information on mine too, and said, "Look how stupid this is."
How do you do it?
When you sign up, there are 6 campaigns in there in the PlayStation stores. It's only through the app. Can't do it on the console
yet.
So there's, of course, there's a couple of them that are boot up any game on PS4 or PS5, and you get, I think this one was one of those. Yeah, you get the PlayStation Tech Demo Tyrannosaurus Rex. There's the other one where you get the PS3. There's where you play any of these select PSVR titles, and you get 50 coins. The coins are what's used to either buy special collectibles, or you trade them in either a lot of coins for certain games, or...
But Brant, be for real, are you going to buy any of those Ape Escape characters?
Probably not.
Ridiculous, right?
I'll save... Yeah, because it's like 200 coins. I'll save up and just cash it in for wallet credits, because you can cash them in and get I think it's like $5 or $10 trading in the credits.
It takes forever, right? Or no? Does that add up pretty decently? The trade-in for the...
Credits, no.
Oh, okay.
Unless you are active. Oh,
I mean, for $5 is like 1,250 points or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I still don't know how it works, man. Brian, if you figure it out, let me know, man.
So I spent $10 on one game earlier this week, and that gave me 100 points.
That doesn't seem great.
That's not great.
Or is that kind of to scale like the Switch gold point thing, gold coins, whatever they do?
I don't know. Also, I guess spending money on the PlayStation Store is the only way to advance your PlayStation Stars level.
You got to level 4, Brent? Are you there? Or are you secret level 5?
Not physical games?
In the wall, but nobody knows about. Sure, and confirms.
The greatest thing is you don't actually have to play any of these games. I logged on the VR title. I literally booted up the title, then closed it out, and within a minute or so, I got a completion on the campaign. Same thing with the other games. There's one where you have to play one of 4 specific fighting games. I didn't have any of them. Thankfully, let me see. Mortal Kombat 11 was actually on the PlayStation like extra tier, and I just downloaded it, waited for it to download to the point where you can ready to play it, booted it up, and closed out and got it. And then the very he probably doesn't know that you can hear all that.
I don't know, man. Something happened with his mic, and we're getting so much feedback off his room.
The one that is
Even his notifications.
The one that is probably the hardest to get is that Sony Cord machine. It's like the big, weird, like foldable boombox looking thing.
I muted him. He'd be all right now.
You have to. There's 6 games that correlate to song titles, and you have to basically discern from the song titles what games to play. Again, every single game on there is actually available through the PlayStation Extra tier. I think it was. Oh my gosh. Returnal. You're gonna have to unmute him now. It was Returnal.
Until Dawn.
Death Stranding. Until Dawn.
It won't let me.
Unmute yourself, Richard. You'll have to. Gotcha. Uncharted 4. And
For some reason, Richard, your mic is overpowering all of us in here. We can hear you like
crazy.
Yeah.
We heard everything.
We heard the toilet flush. We heard the urine hit the toilet. It's loud.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why I had to mute you. So I was like, man, let's meet this guy.
Oh, wow.
What was it? It's Detroit Becoming Human.
Yeah.
Detroit Becoming Human.
Heavy Rain. You got that one already, right?
Yeah, Heavy Rain. That's all of them. And again, boot them up, and then close them out. You don't even have to play them, and it'll register. So yeah, I mean, I got 50 free coins from doing the VR one. The last one is like buying a specific title from the PlayStation Store, and you get 50 points. But I don't know. I don't think it's worth it.
I'm not gonna farm those things. I mean, if I get it as I go, that's fine. That's about as far as I want to do with it.
Yeah.
So
the like these premium collectibles that are that Cesar was just talking about, these Ape Escape ones, they are about 200 points each.
So what's based off that logic? The math you used on there. So it's probably you gotta buy $20 worth of stuff.
$10 was 100 coins.
So $20 worth of stuff.
$20 if you really, really wanted an Ape Escape.
Get all 3 of them. This be $60.
Oh
So
my God.
yeah.
That's
Good
ridiculous.
grief.
But you only hold with 12 on that shelf, right?
I guess. I don't know.
The shelf that I can't show to anybody but myself.
Yeah.
So
I mean, good thing there's a new Ape Escape game that's out that's $60 that can get you all 3 of those if you buy it digitally.
There's several games, like a small handful of games. Hades and Cult of the Lamb are just over 6,000.
That's impossible, man, to get that.
It Takes Two is 10,000 points.
It's cheaper for me just to buy Cult of the Lamb than it is to save up points for it.
Save up points, it's ridiculous. It's 5,000 points if you want a $20 wallet credit, or $12.50 points for $5.
Sounds like Microsoft points.
It's ridiculous.
No, what's upsetting is that fucking Nintendo can do this with their Nintendo Switch Online Avatar bullshit and Go coins in their store, and I don't have to go through a separate app to go and figure out what the fuck's going on. So
the bullshit is integrated right there in the thing that you know and love and use already.
Yeah, I don't get it. How did PlayStation now Nintendo them? You know, I don't get it. That's like what they're doing is like a thing Nintendo would have done. Like, hey, come do this thing that nobody's ever going to use.
They're still sticking it to them for the CD-ROM, backing out of the CD-ROM deal. We'll show you.
Yeah.
We'll have a worse point system than you.
We'll have the most archaic point system ever. Nobody will get us. I mean, shit, Microsoft's got a point system too, and an integrated app inside their console. That's weird, man. It's just weird. Brant, kudos to you, man. You went and you did fake statue hunting. You did
the conversions for us too.
Yep. Kudos to you, man. You are now the PlayStation Stars correspondent.
Yep, I've done it all. I got all the collectibles I could.
Our broker.
Initially.
You're our PlayStation Stars broker.
You should go ahead and get the Ape Escape ones before they shut down the system, like they did with the prop system they did on there, and they can get props to people. So that I never used because it worked with 3 games. So.
Other than that, a little bit of Splatoon, Turf War, Salmon Run, stuff like that.
Salmon Run is good. Salmon Run was fun. We had a good rando with us.
Overwatch went live. Overwatch 2. And I've actually.
All right, so is it Overwatch 2 or is it just Overwatch? People was correcting me. It's like, no, Overwatch 2 is called Overwatch. I'm like, oh, my bad. I didn't mean to piss you off. I was like,
fine, you play your new game and I'll go back and I'll play Overwatch 1 because I could.
Brant, I didn't mean to upset you, Brant. Put the headphones back on, Brant. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call it the wrong Overwatch. Oh, are you back, Brant? I'm glad you took my apology.
It was heartfelt.
No, it's called Overwatch 2, but it's definitely just the same Overwatch.
Like, when I see my cousin play it on Steam, it's just listed as Overwatch. And I was like, I know this is not Overwatch because Overwatch is disabled. And he's correcting me. He's like, no, it's not Overwatch 2. It's called Overwatch. I'm like, all right, whatever, man. I'm not arguing about this.
I've seen it advertised as 2. Have I not?
Yeah.
It's Overwatch 2.
But it's like 2.0, essentially.
Basically.
Okay. It's like PUBG.
They're trying to justify the reason for destroying Brant's physical copy of the game that he spent lots of money for.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the game like? Did you try it?
Yeah. It's all live servicey now. There's no more loot boxes. Everything's done through a battle pass. Through the battle pass, you can get skins, weapon charms, souvenirs, highlight intros, emotes, and victory poses, stuff like that. It's all cosmetic and dumb shit. It looks like one of the brand new characters is locked. Either you have to really grind and you get her super late in the battle pass, or you just pay for premium battle pass and you get her right away.
Of course.
Or you go into the store and buy a pack that gets you the character and like a voice line and emote and all this stuff with her. So gameplay wise, they've changed a little bit, but it's still the same. I mean, I'm playing it with my son. He's playing on Switch and I'm playing on PS5.
It came to Switch too. Interesting.
Yeah. Not really having a lot of issues or anything. We're actually having a good bit of fun with it.
I thought they disabled some players, and they disabled some characters.
Just yesterday, they actually disabled two players or two characters because they were having some issues with them. One is like removed from the game for right now, and then the other one you cannot use in ranked.
Okay.
So they're just working out some bugs.
How did the crossplay work?
Fine.
Yeah.
I mean, because it goes through battle.net and just has your battle.net.
For now.
Oh God, I gotta find that. I gotta find that information.
So,
This is the dread that sets our head for Final Fantasy 14. I'm experiencing it.
No, Final Fantasy 14 was bullshit because I don't want to go on a tangent, but like they legit would not let me reset my password because like no, you put in a capital N in your email name, and I'm like, what? That shouldn't matter. There's only one of me out there with that name. Why does it have to be capitalized?
Yeah.
And they're like, you don't exist. And if I put the capital one, it's like, oh, we found you. It's like that doesn't make any sense to me. I sat there and I had to talk to Square Enix.
Since when are emails case sensitive?
They are for freaking Square Enix.
Wow.
I had to sit there and get on their support and get on the phone with them. And it was a pain in the butt, man. Never again.
So, Brian, I asked because last Saturday, friend of the show Dale and friend of the show Jeremy were playing on Xbox with a friend of Jeremy's on PlayStation. And every time Dale and Jeremy got an Xbox achievement, it kicked them out of the party.
it would kick them out, yeah.
And I'm hearing this, and I've heard both of them tell the story now, and I'm like, wait, what? It's just like it's like a great bug. They're all of a sudden they're humming along, they're playing the round, they both pop the achievement, out they go.
They've had several bugs and things go on crazy with the game, so it's not really surprising.
Hey, this is a brand new studio. This is their first online type game. They're gonna have some growing pains with stuff like this. They haven't quite got the netcode figured out and the rollbacks and the server balancing.
Oh, it's gonna work once they get acquired. So
Yeah, probably.
When they leverage all that other experience.
when they move everything to the Azure cloud,
But that's been
To HoloLens.
I'll be playing it right now.
You did take one home. Maybe.
Nobody would know.
Glances on shelf. All right. Y'all got anything else you want to add?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this week. We will catch you next week. Bye.
See you.
Adios.